Yeah, so we try and keep the driver safe. The back, we still have the factory.
So what is this for the passenger? What is this?
That's just the oh shit handle.
Yes. Nice. Nice. But now we're about to check out Robert. Robert is the one that's pretty much introducing me to the guys at Sparco, and he has an old Volkswagen Notchback. And guys, you got to see this.
The panels up there, the engine cover up there on the table, and it has the bead rolls in it, and so the bead roll goes and then lines up with. So
you can put this right over. You can put this right over the engine.
Right so that sits on there, and then these lines go up and meet the lines that are up here. So when it's all in it, then it just kind of makes that its way up in there. And then same thing, those kind of lines run into the panels, and in the back panels it has them rolled into the metal, and then also the headliner too is suede and has those same lines going.
Oh man. So Robert, why you always had a thing for notchbacks? Is that
I only had one Volkswagen when I was in high school. It was a Bug, and but the Notchback was always kind of the elusive one, because they never sold it in the U.S. It was only imported in.
Gotcha.
And, but never really thought about building one until I sold the old Mustang, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna build a Notchback. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna build it.
So where did you find the shell?
So actually, a friend of mine knew I was looking for one, knew what I was going to do, and it was on the Samba, so it's a big Volkswagen website, and found it. And got it, and 5 months later, it was on the Sema floor.
So when you got it, did you already have the mindset that you wanted to get it to Sema, or?
Yeah, nope, that was the plan.
So you flipped this car in 5 months.
Yeah,
to get it to Sema.
You can see it on Instagram on Outlaw Notch, and you kind of follow along with it. But yeah, it was bare metal and all taken apart. And
this is gorgeous. And this is what I want to do too. I kind of want to do.
You see the nick on the wheel.
Yeah.
So Robert, what's the future plans with this? What's next?
Just enjoy it now. We built it, went to Sema. It was on the cover of the magazine before it ever even ran. We just brought it into the studio probably like a few weeks ago for another shoot, and so now I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, awesome.
It's it turned out nicer than it was supposed to.
Yeah.
They usually, kind of have a mind of their own, but it was built to be a driver.
So the question is, did you already have the plan in mind as far as the color that you wanted to go with, or that was like?
I knew for sure I was going to go Nardo no matter what. So that was in it, and I knew I would do black. This is Cerakote. So this coating, it's a gun coating called Cerakote. It's the first time I ever used it, and we learned a lot when we were.
I just noticed this is tinted too.
Yeah. Yep. So all these lenses, all the lenses were clear. The rear ones were special made. The front they had in production, and then it's black candy and automotive clear.
Your attention to detail is like uncanny with this car.
It's fun. Same thing in here. We run the bead rolls in the panels, and then it kind of comes up and meets underneath there. So a couple, a lot of little touches here and there.
So Ronnie,
you see the hood? The hood emblems.
Yeah. Where? Oh yeah, well, it's the same as here, but we machined it all with. So that's all billet and machined and anodized. And with the red interior, there's a pretty famous Mustang called Vicious Stang. He's a friend of ours, Chris, and his whole entire interior is red, everything. And God, man, it's so cool. I thought, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I ended up chickening out because his interior is 100% red, and it's red, you know. So as I started thinking, well, first I knew I was gonna bite his idea anyway, so I was like, well, at least if I throw some black in there, I won't feel so bad, you know, biting on him and stuff.
What catches me is probably the most funniest thing for me to say. Dude, look at the side mirrors.
Yeah, and
Look at that.
And those are original.
Oh,
Those are the original mirrors.
Look how thin that is. Look, that's sick.
And so we wanted the outside to be. We tried
Yeah.
to have classic Volkswagen
Yeah,
with race inspiration. So
Well, you definitely
yeah.
reached it. You achieved it.
moved the bumpers are fiberglass actually. We have them made in fiberglass, and we sectioned them and brought them into the body. Try and just keep it nice and tight. And
Rodney, I have a question for you. How long did it take to make those wheels?
The 2-week bro special, man.
That's how. Yeah.
2 weeks. Seriously, from the day we sat down to designing it, 2 weeks. So the time he's
What?
put him on the car.
we brought the brake, the hub.
Yeah.
And so another big part about this build and classic Volkswagen is the wide 5, so 5205, this big pattern, right? Running that pattern, I could have had another motorcycle had I just went with this inner pattern with a Porsche pattern, so many wheels and so, but I wanted to keep with that Volkswagen heritage and keep the classic look. So went to Rodney and said, hey man, I want this wide 5 Volkswagen wheel. It needs to be 3-piece because we're gonna go 17. We want it to tuck, and so it was really the only way around it.
That's such a unique looking wheel.
And we kind of knew we worked with a brake guy, so all the brake stuff is machined. It's actually Porsche 911. It's SC brakes.
Oh yeah.
And a ton of machine work.
Look at this.
And one-off stuff in there. So the rotor itself is the Porsche pattern, and then it adapts up to the wide 5.
Yeah.
And 17.5.5 in the front and 17.7 in the rear. Rodney actually helped me source the tires from Germany from his buddy and had them flown in. Probably the lowest profile tire I've ever had in my life. I don't know if we'll ever be able to get it back off of the rim or not, but it looks good now.
You don't see nothing like this. This is so unique. That's cool.
And a big part of it too was, a lot of the Volkswagen, especially as they get this low, they just have really major negative camber. And I know it's popular in different segments and stuff, but it was another part for me that I wasn't gonna have that. I wasn't gonna run Porsche alloys, and I wasn't gonna have negative camber because 98% of all the cars are custom and they're all that way. So it was gonna be another way that I could kind of stand out from the next Volkswagen. If I went to a Volkswagen meet, that I could potentially stand out.
This is gorgeous.
And I had to reach out to a bunch. The Volkswagen community was very open armed too, because with it being my first, car and being a Type 3, it's kind of Type 3 already. Not too many people know about. And with the short window, and thank God for Instagram, right? DMing some of these builders and stuff, and they were all like super cool, totally cool. Because sometimes it's the opposite, right? Like, I ain't gonna give you any information. You're my competition, or whatever. These guys were just like, you're doing what?
Yep.
And it's gonna be done when? And they all like
chipping in.
It ain't gonna get done. Like, we'll help you out, but we'll answer your questions. But there's no way you're getting this car to Sema. And so when it made it and they all showed up, it was pretty cool.
Man.
And brought the car out to Utah to my buddy from Twisted 10, and he did all of the 10 work, all the aluminum work on the inside, outside, everything. And Sparco,
I was gonna say,
you were just there, right? And you can kind of see this. They made that in the factory in Italy, and I told them, kind of what I wanted, the stitching. They actually ended up sending me over more of the material and the thread so we could do the rest of the interior.
So this is what you was talking about with the suede.
Yep, so leather and then suede.
Yeah.
Suede down in the insert there.
black, right?
Huh?
It's not
their suede is like it's a little bit more
like a charcoal gray,
Mhm.
right?
You know, because that's what same
Yeah.
thing. You see it better here on the door.
But even this doesn't look black.
Yeah.
So all of this is extra material
that
that
was sent over from Italy.
from Italy,
Yeah, the
from Sparco.
headliner, the
Yeah.
all under the deck lid, and all that stuff. They sent all that.
And that's
stuff over.
awesome that you could ask for that, and
Yep.
you know, just to match the seats, and they
And
could
then the
send
same
you all
thing, even the
extras.
steering wheel. The steering wheel doesn't come with the red contrast stitch, so they did
And
the
it's sent-
contrast stitch for me over there.
That's oh man.
So just another unique thing that you can say, hey, I have a one-off set of seats that were made
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Sparco
yeah.
factory.
Oh man. Do they normally come with the backs like this?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But you're talking about one up at me and going for that carbon.
I know, right? Oh man, this is so cool. And these, even the
Those are the side. Those are Sparco's side mount brackets.
and they came this. You could get them this color.
No, they come black. We powder coated them.
Oh, sick. Yeah, look at. I don't think you guys understand. It's just the attention to detail is what like really sets this apart. I mean, the car is sick. Period. But
Some of the other little things. So the shifter, the pedals are custom made. The shifters,
Yeah.
all machined. The grab handle that's up on the dash that's 3D printed and it's modeled after the shifter. The handbrake lever, which we're still working on, that's down there, was also custom drawn and 3D
is
printed.
this original?
That's original, so that's called a push button model in it. And so that runs the lights and the wipers there.
Look how simple that is.
Yeah.
Come, like, this is what I miss. Like with the newer cars and stuff, you just man, it's so good. It's like so refreshing to see stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
It's analog.
Yeah. And I'm not I'm not an old guy. You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate older cars because it's like the simplicity of it.
Sure. Yeah, you could actually work on the thing.
Yeah. And I think that's what actually like just makes these newer cars kind of like a pain to deal with because it's just so overly engineered. Like especially with the electronics and the technology, and
computer
and
whiz and have the program.
So
get
it's
into everything.
But this is where it's at right here. This is amazing. Robert, you're awesome for letting us see this and showing this to us.
Oh man,
I mean, if you want to,
I can't wait for your build.
you got to tell us. Come on, you can't leave that back there. Just
Oh.
New York guys don't know what this is. New York guys, all they know is about like the little. They know about the quads and the little four wheelers. That's what we know about in New York. But this stuff right here.
Oh man, this is out of all of the toys I have, this is the funnest thing I own.
Yeah.
By all means, I mean it's amazing what these machines just straight off of the factory floor now.
Yeah.
You can go buy it for low $20,000, have a warranty, and just go beat the snot out of
Really?
it and go run
Really?
stuff that trophy trucks are running, or $300,000 pre-runners. These things do.
How long you've
that
had this?
too. This is a 2015, so 5
Nice.
years. Yeah,
Nice.
it's old.
I could imagine the feel of just like punching this thing through all terrain and
Oh
just
yeah,
like
especially the new ones now. They're
Look.
turbocharged.
guys, look, and he has Sparco seats in this. Come on, man, look at this. How sick is that?
Yeah,
So-
so we try and keep the driver safe. The back, we still have the factory.
So what is this for the passenger? What is this?
That's just the oh shit handle.
Yes.
That's what they call it,
Nice.
you know?
Nice. Nice. Oh man, I'll be holding on to that the whole time.
And then it's wired intercom, so everybody in their helmets, it's all wired up, so you can talk to each other. You can
What?
talk car to car. You can talk back to camp. This is what we call a Parker pumper, but it's fresh air that plumbs into your helmet.
Oh, so you could.
So for dust, keeping your screen, it's just when you're out in the desert and it's 100 degrees out or something, Yeah. So that just forces fresh air through your helmet.
This is sick. I gotta go for a ride in one of these. I gotta come back and you gotta
Oh
take me for a
man,
ride
for
in one
sure.
of these.
Oh,
I've
like
never
it's-
ridden in one of these. This is actually the first time I've seen one of these in person.
Really, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
like I said,
It's
in the East Coast, this is
so
not a
popular over here.
Oh yeah, because you guys have this, the place
sand
to do it.
dunes, or
Yeah.
the desert, all kinds of different things, and that's what's cool about this. It's 4-wheel drive, locking diffs. So whether
Yeah.
you're a rock crawler or desert, guy, sand guy, it does it all.
So how much power is this making?
This is like 120 horsepower, and again, this is just naturally aspirated. 2015. Now they're up to 190 horsepower.
And these things are light, right?
Turbo.
They're pretty light,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I could imagine how that feels. And then you just
20 inches of suspension, so
yeah.
it is.
So what got you into this?
I've been a big off-road guy my whole life.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So
yeah.
riding dirt bikes, and then we were racing UTVs like this, but with an R1 sport bike motor in it. And then once these things came out, it's electronic power steering. It's my kids can get in this thing and drive it,
yeah.
you know. And again, it's just I've been fortunate enough to drive everything from, you know, $1 million trophy trucks to, you know, all kinds of race cars, and it's just amazing what this thing. It puts a smile on my face every time
This
I drive.
is awesome, man. You come out and this is look at the you have this and then the notchback inside the it's like it's two different worlds,
Yeah,
but at least
we're
you
getting
get to
this
live.
thing. We're going to an event next weekend in Utah.
Yeah, I saw the sport bikes back there.
Yeah, that's even our the MB Augusta is a one-off. We did all custom aluminum work on it.
Oh man, this is kind of like the dream garage.
Yeah, I get bored, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I
But you need the variety. You know?
yeah, it's nice to have the variety instead
Of
of just
course.
having one super expensive thing.
Of
You know,
course.
kind of try and spread it out a little bit. So I still keep working on this.
Yeah, I know.
Keep it there as long as I can.
Robert, man, I really appreciate this. This is awesome. I really
Yeah,
appreciate this. Man.
If you're able to come out, see all these shops, get that little SoCal, you know.
Yeah, man, this
you
guy's
know,
been trying to sell
auto
me.
vibe. Rodney knows everybody. He's OG right here, you know.
He's
so.
bringing me around all you guys because he's trying to get me to move out here.